Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats and, of course, sit back and for about an hour or so where we'll have a community feel for you very, very much in the hot seat in just under a few seconds. Hopefully, we'll get some people. But if not, of course, we appreciate you watching on the replay. So if you're watching on replay, we do well know because the usual community stuff, and of course, we'll be talking about some stuff and showing you some slide pictures or just some pictures up on the screen. And also, of course, well, not and honour your wife. If you have a wife out there, love and the background of music or something really quite nice in the background here. As the music flows as you listen to it. And if you're watching on captions, which means these days as subtitles or active captions, we appreciate it. And please do switch on because you're here everywhere. Of course, that we are looking to square. And hello to everyone here. And hello and welcome along to the What Is Live and in Living Colour here. And my name is Nick C. And it is episode number 20. We haven't done many episodes of the community news, but of course we are, of course, on the 20th episode. How great is that? Of course, we kick off, of course, usually at the time of 9 o'clock, but of course some people have referred after 7 o'clock. So yeah, maybe Sunday is our time for community, and we thought we'd use Sunday for the time being of the community feel. So we've got lots of community stuff to talk about here if we can. So yeah, we're looking for that, and we'll be talking about some live music happening somewhere. Okay, which is this one at the Bay Horse. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on in the show if you are able to, of course, basically tune in to us. We appreciate those people who watch on the replay because not everyone's able to watch at 9 p.m. in the evening. But we thought we'd do it on a calm sort of evening here where most of us all are sort of winding down and probably getting ready to work the next day, or of course during the week, wherever you work, whether you're a shop assistant or just a shopkeeper, whatever you call it. Is it called shop assistant these days? I don't quite know what it is, but yeah, I'm very confused what the terminologies of these job positions are. But anyway, of course, welcome along to the show that hopefully never ends. And of course, yeah, we've got of course a speech coming up very shortly. In fact, I'll go to it now if I can. So let's see if I can find it here. And it is the speech here. Let's have a look because, you know, it's on my download system here somewhere along the lines. So, yeah, I did have it here. That's what I downloaded before. I don't know whether I've got it here. I'll soon find out, no doubt. Bear with me here because I don't know if it's still here. Yeah, because I really wanted to show it to you and it's not seemed to be there. Oh, there it is. I've got it. I found it. I've just put it in the wrong place. So
been a tough week. It's going to get tougher. Hang in there, everyone. Keep the dream alive.
Okay, that's just one. Hang in, everybody, and keep the dream alive is what the important message is about at this moment of time. Now, of course, I've got to find the other one here if I can. It's all about, of course, the speech, which was actually by Alex, of course, and he's. I don't know if it's actually part of the Freedom fighter, but of course he just linked that in. So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to. Yeah, I was hoping to get the other copy of it, but I don't know if I can at the moment to get the original one that he actually sent me. So maybe I'll put it on a later time here. Well, it's actually on the video. So, of course, if you want to, of course, check out the video for the speech of this guy. I will repeat what he just said here, hanging on here, because that's the only one I've got here that I've downloaded. But of course, I've also got one on the video section, so please do have a look at it. There's about 7 people that have seen it so far. We need more people watching it and more people watching this show here, which is very exclusive. We're looking for, of course, people that would like to come on as a guest as well. So if you're interested in coming or becoming a guest, feel free to get in touch with us here, and we'll put you live on the air for you, because we have got, even though of course it's telling us the StreamYard code here right in the corner of your screen, it doesn't matter about that. We can still put you on the air, and of course it is worth it for 20 hours of streaming that we've got here on this channel. We'll go through some slideshows in just a minute, so let's have another look at this guy Alex, and just in a few words he summarizes exactly what he's feeling right now.
Been a tough week. It's going to get tougher. Hang in there, everyone. Keep the dream alive.
So yeah, he's got more to say on the video, so please go down below and check out the video. Comment on it if you wish, and let us know if you've seen it. Give us your verdict on it. And is he right to speak up about certain issues here? Because it is linked to kind of community in a way, but of course, hopefully it's explained what is, what people are sort of campaigning about, rather than spreading threats and things like that. But anyway, of course, there is another one here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. I've actually got a minute of this. I will have to, of course, try and show it to you right on the camera here. It goes on for about a minute, I think, or is it 20 minutes? I'll show you a little bit here. I will download this. So, yeah, okay.
There's a complete breakdown in communication with certain members of authority and the people. We have police protecting criminals, arresting victims of crime, and covering up for fraudsters. We have members of the church posing as Knights Templars when we know full well they are not willing to take any action to improve this situation. We have a propaganda war taking place, so please think for yourself and assess the situation before doing something you might regret.
Okay, so of course we'll show you a little bit more about that a little bit later on, which we probably will upload later on, so you can get an idea of what he's basically saying. Whether you like the person or not, I think, of course, some of those words are quite, powerful. So anyway, of course, we're going to go and talk now. Before we actually do that, actually, we'll go to, of course, the Bay Horse event. Of course, there is an event, of course. I think it's just happened, actually. Yeah, I'm sure there's loads of events at the Bay Horse, which is a bloody good place to stay, actually, for a night stay. So, of course, yeah, I really, really recommend you get yourself a night stay there for about 50 quid a night, something like that. I don't know what the rate is now, but of course, it's definitely worth it just to stay the night and watch a bit of telly and relax. And you've even got a fridge there. The only thing you don't have is a microwave, but of course, you can go down to your local and get yourself some food and some grub. So it is a night stay without a microwave. But yeah, don't always need a microwave to stay the night anywhere. And of course, it's out of nowhere. You don't even have to go into the pub and all that kind of thing. You have your own key, that kind of thing. So the Bay Horse is definitely worth staying the night wherever possible. So yeah, this event has just gone, by the way, and unfortunately I'm not able to read it because it was the event of Saturday the 4th of October, and this is what happened actually. Of course, live music with Uncle Sam. Maybe they'll come back again, and of course, the Bay Horse is situated on 61 Melford Road, Sudbury, Suffolk. How brilliant is that? And of course, they always have bands music Sundays with the Lincoln Grounds Band. Okay, on Sunday night, that would have happened here. So, of course, they always have music on a Sunday. So we don't know what the next event is because it actually hasn't been updated on that one. So as soon as I get an update on that one, I will try and let you know. And there is a Rovers firework night on the 5th of November in Haverhill, and that is a forward event. If you're watching in the future, then obviously it will be obsolete, and this is in 2025. So it's 6:30 start, and that's at the Rovers, as in Haverhill Rovers, at the Newcroft, Chalkstone Way, CB9 OBW. As I said, Haverhill Rovers. And of course, what is the event all about? Well, of course, we are going to explain a little bit about it here. Get ready for an explosive evening of family fun, family fun at the Rovers Firework Night. That is Haverhill Rovers, by the way, of the football club. Join us for one of the most exciting events of the year, where stunning fireworks light up light up the night sky, creating a truly magical atmosphere for all ages. Ticket prices online is £4 per child under 16, and £7 per adult, and £15 for family or a family, 2 adults and up to 3 children. And on the gate, it's £6 per child and under 16, and £9 per adult. £20 for the family and £2 2 adults and up to 3 children, and enjoy a variety of delicious food and drink options available throughout the evening, including a tombola, pizza oven, pulled pork baps, and barbecue and cheesy chips, and of course a pop-up drinks station as well. I think that's all there is. It's basically a firework night, of course, for anyone that wants to join that atmosphere of November the 7th. That's just a few days after firework night has finished, by the way. So I find that really fascinating. That, of course, firework night on that particular night is on the 7th. So, yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it? And by the way, of course, in my area here, I'm not going to say where it is, but of course, the area next to me, of course, next to my studio, literally across the road, had sort of a disco on until about 11 o'clock. We were explained that it would finish about 11, but of course, it did eventually. There was a few people that sort of acting as though they're drunk, but of course, no one, of course, prancing around in the middle of the road. But of course, it was quite a nice style disco. It was for a 13-year-old child. So, yeah, bless their age for being 13, being a teenager. I can remember when I was a teenager in that sort of aspect there. So anyway, of course, it's now time to go to, of course, before we go to the slideshows, which is the pictures coming up on the screen, we've got, of course, some word for today. Please do stay with the one you're on if you are able to. So we'll have the music. Let's hit the music here. I'll turn the music down a little bit, but hopefully you can hear it in pure clearness. And this is ambient sound, of course, which I later called sort of a relaxing tune, or whatever you like to call it. So very good evening to everyone here. Hope you're all doing well. Come and give us a comment here, and I'll put my comment here as the first comment. Your comment will go up on this screen. So let's all have a listen. So if you are married with your wife at the moment, this applies to you. And of course, for those people that are, then of course, single, you might have a future wife, so it might apply to you that way. Love and honour your wife. Husbands, love your wives. This is according to Word for Today. Christian Broadcasters, that's United Christian Broadcasters, UCB Word for Today. Hastings Stoke-on-Trent. So there is an old story here. Well, an old story actually, where a chief executive officer and his wife were travelling or are travelling, and they stopped to get petrol. The CEO goes inside, and when he comes out, he notices his wife talking to the petrol station attendant. He asks her why, and it turns out that she knew that the attendant knew the attendant and used to date him. Used to date him. Feeling smug, he says, "I bet you're thinking you're glad you married me, a CEO and what a service station attendant." He said, "No, I'm thinking if I married him, he would be a CEO and you will be a petrol station attendant. Before God created Eve and brought her to Adam. Before God created Eve and brought her to Adam, he said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him." Stop and think about how many ways in which your wife compliments, completes, helps, and is just right for you. You say, "My wife already knows that I love her." Perhaps she loves to hear you say it, but you could never say it too often, and you could never say it often. Say it with flowers from time to time. Pay attention to the little things she does to make your life better and compliment her. And when she talks, give her 100% of your attention. And let her know that her thoughts and feelings matter to you. Have a weekly date. As the years and the wrinkles and the extra pounds, treasure her, and the life and you will have built together. So treasure her and the life you have built together. All sex and marriage is for husbands. And it's a high standard. Husbands, love your wife just as Christ loved them. He gave his life for her. So I'm now going to move on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you can still hear my voice a little bit over the music here. I will turn it down a little bit. Hopefully it's a little bit better for you there. So encourage someone today is the next one here. Say to those fearful hearts, be strong and do not fear. Encourage someone today is the next section here. Every one of us needs encouragement, support that inspires confidence and a will to continue. The word speak can either build up or fear down people around us. Author Rebecca Barlow Jordan writes, "One of the first questions I'd like to ask Jesus when I wake up each morning is, how can I encourage someone today? And who?" He's always faithful to answer, often through his word. One morning after asking the question, I read Isaiah and found a practical answer. First, strengthen those who have tied hands. That might include teachers, hairstylists, mums, writers, ministries, pastors, and parents. Next, the passage mentions encouraging those who have weak knees. I envisioned grandparents and senior citizens, veterans, and even athletes with wear and tear on their body. But the last category, the fearful, could probably include everyone. These needed to hear the words, be strong and do not fear. For me, finding people to encourage is not a problem. Remembering to listen and follow through with the Jesus answers is where I need work. And the amazing thing is, when I try to lift up someone else, I'm the one who ends up encouraged. Ask Jesus to help you encourage someone today. Invite him to speak through you and be prepared for his answers. And Paul said, be mindful to be a blessing, especially to those of the household of faith. As you fill your mind thinking of ways to strengthen the faith of others, you'll be amazed by how much you get energized and blessed in the process. And that's the end of encouraging someone today. Hopefully you saw that up on the screen for you lot out there. And I'm getting better at reading, actually. It depends on what I'm actually reading. So, yeah. Okay, I'll turn that to ambient sound off for a second there. And I do hope you all enjoyed listening to that relaxing sound through your ears there. So, yeah, the next thing I want to be talking about today is, of course, connecting communities, rural transport, affordable rural transport in Suffolk. If you don't know about it, of course, give it a listen. And, of course, it's organised by the Suffolk County Council. And what is connecting communities, you might ask yourself? If there is no regular bus service to make your journey, or you're unable to get to your nearest bus stop, Connecting Communities is able to collect and connect to you. The service can be booked online or by phone and costs the same as it would do on a bus. For longer journeys, the service will connect you to other bus or train services. Connecting Communities could be used for social appointments, study, shopping, or work. Multiple bookings can be taken in advance, so it's probably best to actually call them up in advance. So the actual Connecting Communities area all over Suffolk. Now then, of course, it's got a leaflet here, and of course, you might want to, of course, do this online, and it's giving you a little bit of a thing to write as in a form here, and it basically it asks you to write where you want to start from and end up, and if you want a return journey, and what time do you want to be picked up. It's almost like a taxi. Now, talk about taxi. I'll talk about Uber in just a moment. And of course, I will try and give you some info about that. And a shout out to all the Uber drivers while I say that. And of course, booking your journey by phone, there is a Babra number or Babra number, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. And that's the booking hours. And the service hours is from Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. The other thing that's missing is not a Sunday service, unfortunately, which is where people want to get out and about, don't they, surely? Or is it a rest day for some people out there? But, of course, that's the area of Babra, which is, of course, 01473 826 242. That's 01473 826 242. And Forest Heath, which is 01638 664 304. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. And Monday to Saturday, which is 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Mostly are the same times of the service hours of each one of these journeys. And Ipswich is 01449 614271. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. So, yeah, some of them vary depending on where you're going. And, of course, Mid Suffolk is 01449 614271. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And, of course, this is the booking hours for that. And St Edmundsbury, which is 01440 712 028, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. And of course, Suffolk Coastal, which is Monday to Friday, 8:45 a.m. till 4 p.m., which is the booking time for that one. And 01728 635938, Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at night. And Waveney, which is, of course, sounding like a hotel name here. I wonder if they got its name through this. 01986 896 896, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. and Monday to Saturday, service hours of 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. So the booking hours usually are 9 a.m. till 4 p.m., including, of course, every other one, which is Bayborough, Forest Heath, Ipswich, Mid Suffolk, and St Edmundsbury. Apart from the Suffolk Coastal, which is 8:45 a.m. till 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. That's the booking hours and the service hours. As I said, I repeat once more, and the last time here, Monday to Saturday, without a Sunday at all, 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. at night. Of course, the places where they can go to, Mid Suffolk, by the way, is Medlesham, Debenham and Old Newton, Elmswell, Stowmarket, Needham Market, and Gladen, and Somersham, Bramford, and and Redgrave, and Rickenhall, and Fresingfield, Stradbroke, and Laxfield. These are all probably villages around Mid Suffolk there. And St Edmundsbury here. A lot of these places I've never heard of myself. Let us know in the comments if you've heard of any of these places. Don't forget, of course, if you're watching on replay, you can actually comment down below as I'm talking to you as if I'm live here. So, of course, this show is uncut here. But, of course, if there's highlights of the show, I will let you know about it and stream it up. Like my videos that I've done recently of recapping and, of course, bringing those memories back down memory lane of, in particular, Great Yarmouth and things like that. I will have to get myself a hard drive because I've got a lot of memories that I need to put onto a memory disk space, and I just literally run out, and of course it fills up very, very quickly. So St Edmundsbury here in Suffolk is Barnham and Barningham, Stanton, Ickworth, Great Barton, Farnham, All Saints, Thurston. That's also just on the border of course, St Edmundsbury and Stowmarket area. And obviously Bury St Edmunds, Horringer, Chedborough, Barrow, Wickenbrook, Keddington, Clare. You've got Brandon, Lakenheath, Beck Row, Mildenhall, Red Lodge, Exning, and Newmarket and Moulton in that sort of area of Forest Heath there. Lakenheath and Brandon there, all in the Forest Heath area. And the Suffolk Coastal is Wickham Market, Rendlesham, Gundiesborough, and Woodbridge, Martlesham, Kesgrave, Newbourne, Curtin, Trimley, Hollesley, Orford, Aldborough, Thorpeness, and Snape, and Leaston, Saxmundham, Framlington, Darsham, and Westleton, and Walberswick, and Wenshalton, and Halesworth. And if we go to Waveney area, which is actually in Lowestoft area, Kessingland, Rentham, Beccles, and Somerleyton, Corton, and Bungay. All those places that are sort of in the connection communities rural transport. Okay, how do I use it is the question that some people may be asking. Call or request a journey online. Our team will be able to answer any questions that you might have. And number 2, book a journey. And number 3, travel to your destination. And number 4, fares are affordable and in line with the local bus services. Endura is accepted for 16 and 19-year-olds. Why use it? Of course, it's cheap, which is fares based on what a normal bus journey would cost, and flexible. Journeys can be booked online or by phone around your schedule, so you can book in advance for that. And convenient pickup and drop off from your door or at a convenient location. And modern, clean, comfortable, and well maintained vehicles. So it might be worth trying to book one of these and see how I get on with it. And yeah, I did speak to a guy for that, and unfortunately, it's only 7 till 7 p.m. at night, as I just repeated on that note here. I'll do another word for today before the end of the stream here. Luckily, I'm not too tired here, so I won't need an actual break. But yeah, anyway, of course, I'm going to put some background music in, so bear with me on this one. Let's do this one here. Can anyone hear this? It's coming up here. This is the fact that I actually and actually won a first prize at the course, which of course is no longer going anymore. It's called it was called the Community Arts, Cambridge Community Arts course, which has diminished now, and of course it's no longer a course project anymore, which is a bit of a sad shame. So that was quite a good community for Cambridge Community Arts back in the day. And Beth McCabe left the job ages ago. I'm trying to remember who actually ran it here for a little while. But I've actually got a video somewhere that I had whilst I was actually doing the course at the time, which of course was a great achievement. So yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the person that ran it, but of course, yeah, it's flashed away from me, and it probably will come back to me later on. But yeah, I can remember very, very much of the Cambridge Community Arts. We also attended a dance group as well, which I went to twice, and that was at Sturton Street. But yeah, great memories of that, and never to be forgotten. But anyway, it's time to go to the slideshows now. We'll start having this to the stage here. This here in the background, of course, you can see where it is right now. You don't need me to tell you. It's a community area, and of course, it was once owned by Jim Davidson many, many years ago. I think he rented it or owned it. I'm not quite sure which one it was, but it is definitely Wellington Pier on the right-hand side, pointing towards Marine Parade of Great Yarmouth. And this photo was taken in 2024. So that was Great Yarmouth, and I presume it was around about February time or January even. You could see, of course, it was okay to take the picture on that day because it was quite a sunny day. We'll see the seaside in just a moment, so of course we're not going to bore you to death. But here comes the next one, and of course, yeah, this is the seaside pointing the opposite direction of the Wellington Pier in Great Yarmouth, and again taken in the year of 2024. So yeah, we've got the next one here. Oh, I can flip through them. This is now Cambridge now, and of course, I believe it was taken in 2024. And of course, this is the Cambridge train station. Now, of course, you can see I took this on a nice sunny day, and of course, looks like there's actually no one around, or hardly anyone. And at this point here is the entrance. If you see to the right, of course, the entrance of the architecture of the train station at Cambridge, where the barriers are, and of course they've still got a ticket office there just about, and they campaigned for that for a long time. Greater Anglia did, and they've obviously still got a ticket station there. Of course, you can use the machine card or coins to purchase your tickets, which is quite good, and you do need a human being in case it goes wrong. So you're never going to get rid of human beings that quickly. But yeah, they often have police officers at certain amount of time during the weekends, probably, and busy events. And of course, yeah, at sort of certain points, they are sort of situated around that sort of area. So we go on to the next one here. I don't know if I can read this very well here, but of course, this one here is the Port Jackson in Bishop Stortford, where I visited quite a while back. And of course, I haven't been to Bishop Stortford for quite some time now. And you can go by train if the trains are running from Cambridge to Bishop Stortford, and it is a good run when it's working. And Greater Anglia do that one. It's the train that normally goes to London through Royston, and it's either Greater Anglia or Great Northern do that route, going through Great Chesterford, something Parkway. So yeah, Whittlesford Parkway. That's it. I couldn't think of it there. Yeah, and it goes through all the end, which is on the other side of Saffron Walden, and Baldock, and just a few others there. And of course, Bishop Stortford is a lovely place here. I've never normally had a problem with it, and that's just outside the Wetherspoons, called the Port Jackson. Of course, you'll need to zoom up to see the information on the board there, and that's just outside the entrance there. And this here is the takeaway store. Well, it's actually the off-license store, but of course there is a takeaway store right next to it, and it's a lovely one as well. And the people there apparently know Haverhill people as well. So, you know, it's a small world we live in. It's just amazing. And they're not too far away. But like I say, of course, that leads you to the train station, which there is a new bus station just around the corner if you go straight up on to the left there. So Bishop Stortford, of course, is a lovely place to visit, and there are some parts of Bishop Stortford I have not yet visited. If you ever get lost in Bishop Stortford, it'll be around the green area, and I normally stick to the town area that I know well. So yeah, basically, hopefully I'll get back to Bishop Stortford to do another little bit of a walk around, but you know, I'd have to do more noticing and more I find here, even though it says, of course, on the screen of my screen that of course more we notice, more we find. I'm going to keep that up for a little bit anyway, rather than just saying it about me. Right, the next one here, and the final one, and it is, of course, we've all guessed it, it is, yeah. Come on, anyone know the answer? Comment down if you want, even if you're watching a replay. So, yeah, basically, I can give you the answer, actually, just for fun. Well, some of you have already worked it out. It is actually the Cambridge train station. Well done if you got it right. And, of course, I might quiz you that at a later stage. As long as we get enough viewers here to watch here, please do come back to us and watch us when you're able to, because it's very keen time for you to come on and have your say about your community. This is what this show is all about. Have your say how you think the community you live in could be improved, which is what I'm doing as a channel for Touring with Nick C, formerly known as Touring with Us, and also we strive to do it as a community journalist myself. So yeah, this is the Cambridge train station, pointing out towards the flats on the other side there, and of course it is the view from the train. So yeah, what we're going to do is go back to me now, and yeah, really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm going to turn the music off now, because you know, I'm sure you're fed up with it, or the same thing going in a circulation there. But anyway, that is another thing altogether. So I hope you've enjoyed this show here. Seeing how long we've got left here, we've got about 20 minutes here. So there is other stuff that I do want to get through tonight here. If there's anything that we've missed, please do forward it to us. If there's an event that's going on, anything community wise, please do get in touch with us. And I'm going to tell you, of course, a little bit about the website if I can get hold of the website. There should be a website that will take you to the website of the Bay Horse in Sudbury. Yeah, well, it's just on the outskirts of Sudbury here. Accommodation, I'm going to find that out for you if I can, and I believe that you still got the accommodation there. So yeah, let's have a look. See if they've got anything here for October. But the trouble is, it's just getting there, isn't it? You just got to get to the locations, and let's say if it's got 14th to the 15th. I'm just using that as a sample here. One adult, show prices. So affordable ensuite here. So yeah, have they got of course something for? Well, it sleeps 2 people there, and double ensuite. Right, superior ensuite. Yeah, some of them are about £60 a night, which is not too bad. It includes free Wi-Fi and sleeps up to 2 people. And this double room has its own terrace. Fantastic views looking out to the meadows, which is brilliant. Actually, there is a video on this somewhere on my channel. Please do search for it. And room facilities: a shower, TV, balcony, toilet, and bathroom, and tea and coffee maker, fridge, and wardrobe. And of course, yes, yeah, they have put the price up to £60 a night here, and of course, it's a superior ensuite. And of course, it's got a lovely heating system. It's very sort of like old-fashioned, if you like, but it's definitely got a lovely fridge there. You can put all your stuff there. It's a double or twin room with an ensuite shower room, wardrobe, tea and coffee, fridge, hairdryer, and digital TV, which actually got YouTube on it. Amazing views over the garden and water meadows. This room also can accommodate an extra bed separate from the pub as well. So it includes free Wi-Fi. So yeah, yeah, it's still the same price of £60. Of course, it's non-refundable. All of these prices here. Did I see one for 50 quid here? Perhaps there is one there that is affordable for £40. Best price. I'd love to try that out, see what it's like actually, and see what you get inside it. So yeah, I've got more information on this one. The promotional double ensuite. Okay, and of course, yeah, it's very fascinating about this because, yeah, yeah, this cozy double room is attached to the main building. I've got the description for you here, and it has its own private access. Guests staying in this room may experience some noise from the main building. This is why this room is offered at a reduced rate. From the main building, so you might experience some loud music. Noise is usually confined to the period between, of course, 19 o'clock and I would say 11:30 on Saturday nights when there is music in the pub. Room facilities: a shower, TV, toilet, bathroom, tea and coffee maker, and DVD player. It doesn't have a fridge on this one, unfortunately. So facilities is yeah, a desk, a fire alarm with light, pets allowed, CD and DVD player, and free Wi-Fi internet, and no smoking. Free TV, which is Freeview TV, and tea and coffee making facilities. So that's a promotional budget kind of room there. So yeah, there is a double ensuite. Well, of course, there is another one there, which of course is a double and twin room with an ensuite shower room, tea and coffee, and hairdryer, Freeview TV, separate from the pub. Desk, fire alarm with light, pets allowed, and free Wi-Fi internet, hairdryer, Freeview TV, tea and coffee making facilities. A single bed for 2 and sleeps up to 2, and of course, it is free Wi-Fi, as I just said. There's no picture on that one, but of course, most of them do have the pictures on there. But of course, yeah, you need to check out the website for more details. And the prices are just not bad. £60 a night is quite reasonable. Although it has gone up £10 since I was there. I thought it was about £50 a night. But obviously they have changed slightly there. They've gone up about £10, probably due to the overheads that they have to pay for that. So, yeah, that's the unfortunate bit. If I was to show the prices, it depends what sort of time of the year you go. Maybe, yeah, it's still the same price. But if I was to choose, for example, in January, would I be able to get away with it? Probably not. Say if I was to do Friday and Saturday, well, that'd be a little bit more, wouldn't it? I'm thinking during the week, you know. So yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? So if I was to do, let's try something. Show prices. Yeah. Yes, it's still about the same price. So yeah, that's the Bay Horse in Sudbury, and do check it out. It's definitely worth it visiting that location. And of course, it tells you about the accommodation, live music. Of course, that happens here. They have live music every Saturday night from 9 p.m. and Saturday afternoons at 4 p.m. except bank holidays. And follow them on the Facebook for upcoming events. So yeah, that's where you'll find out the events. They don't actually put it on the website. Nobody actually goes to websites these days. I think it's really much on Facebook these days that people actually go and look at now. That's the style of things nowadays. But if there's any events that are happening, then we'll let you know about it. Of course, there is no update of any other further music at the Bay Horse unless they update it. So as of today, they haven't got anything, of course, that is of use to anyone out there at the moment. But all of the dates have just passed on those notes there. It is a lovely place to stay. I've got to admit that. It is a lovely place to go to. And I'm going to try and find out, of course, of the events. Let's have a look. Oh, events are up on here. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Sorry about the pause here. So yeah, we will go and play you some really good reminiscing of some music in just a moment. But of course, we'll go on to some events taking place in Cambridge. We're going a little bit further afield yet. And there is a beer festival in 2026 on Monday, the 18th of May, 2026 to the 23rd of May 2026. And basically, let's tell you what it's a little bit all about. And of course, yeah, save the date, Monday the 18th to Saturday the 23rd of May 2026 on Jesus Green in Cambridge. 180 plus real ales and 80 plus ciders and international beer and mead, which is MEAD, wine and cheese, and more information, including tickets, follow in early 2026. So that is in Cambridge, and of course, yeah, let's have a look and see what's going on elsewhere in terms of Christmas, as some people are getting ready for Christmas. So the Christmas light event, which is happening in Bury St Edmunds on Thursday, the 20th of November 2025, from 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, this is what to expect. Of course, get ready to join people at Bury St Edmunds Christmas light, as in lights, event on Thursday, November the 20th, 2025, from 3 till 8 p.m. The date coincides with St Edmund's Day. Bury St Edmunds takes its name from King Edward, or Edmund, actually. I need to pronounce that right. So, Bury St Edmunds actually takes its name from King Edmund, as in Edmund. Okay, and its original patron saint of England and the King of East Anglia, whose shrine at Abbey of St Edmund was once one of England's most famous and wealthy pilgrimage sites. The magical transformation will begin when the sun sets, if there is any sun, and there will be a variety of charity craft and gift stalls along Cornhill and the Butter Market. And we will have a various free street entertainment available along with fairground rides and live stage performances by local school and artists. The Bury St Edmunds Christmas Lights event is brought to you by our Bury St Edmunds Business Improvement District and supported by Shop Sale. So, Shop Safe. That's my pronunciation, so I do apologise. Yeah, Shop Safe. It's supported by. And there is more details of the actual event, which will be announced later in the year. So, yeah, make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. So that's the Bury St Edmunds Christmas Lights event. Okay, from 3 o'clock till 8 p.m. taking place in the most part of the main town of Bury St Edmunds. And as I say, Bury St Edmunds takes its name, just in case you're switching on, from King Edmund, the original patron saint of England and King of East Anglia, whose shrine at the Abbey of St Edmund was once one of England's most famous and wealthy pilgrimage sites. Okay, that is on that event here. Excuse me. But yeah, of course, we're nearly at the end of the show. We haven't even had a break yet. But of course, we will go to some music very, very shortly here. So please stay with us. So yeah, just going through the event section. I'll show you one more at the moment. You've even got the Sudbury Christmas Light Switch On and Fair 2025. That's on Friday, the 28th of November 2025 from 5 o'clock till 9 p.m. So what's happening there? Of course, save this date for the return of Sudbury's Christmas Light and Fair Switch On, taking place at the centre of Sudbury on Friday, the 20th of November, and we'll have a host of stalls from handmade gifts, hot food and drinks, and entertainment galore. From street entertainment, fun fair rides and games, and much, much more. The entry is free and all welcome, and all inquiries to the Sudbury Town Council 01787 372 331. Info at sudbury-tc.gov.uk. How brilliant is that? So save that date, of course. I remind you yet again, the Sudbury Christmas Light Switch On and Fair of 2025. Friday, the 28th of November 2025 from 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock. So it's quite late in the evening, actually. So you probably need to stay the night if you're going to be witnessing the Sudbury Christmas Light Switch On and Fair. So yeah, it lasts for about 4 hours. Can we do shopping in 4 hours? I'm not sure about that. But anyway, that's the last event on that one for the moment. Shall I try and find the Haverhill one, if there is a Haverhill one? So yeah, let's have a look. That's Stowmarket. There must be a Haverhill one somewhere, but I can't actually find it at the moment. It'll come to me. But maybe on another show. But anyway, of course, I'll read some more events as they happen here. You know, there's loads of events all over Facebook. It's really great about the Facebook in terms of events. And don't forget, of course, a quick mention about the event or events that are happening at the autumn and winter weekly activities at the Jubilee Hub next to the Jubilee Gardens in Saffron Walden in Essex, next to the High Street, or about 5 minutes walk from that, or from the Commons in Saffron Walden in East Anglia. So, first of all, Monday is Say Hi Parent and Baby Session from 10 a.m. till 11:15 a.m. And then that is followed by Meet Up Monday, 11:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. And then followed by a new social group starting soon. I wonder what that's going to entail. That's in the afternoon on Mondays. And, of course, Tuesdays are going to be Thrifted Fashion from 10:30 a.m. till 12 p.m. I wonder what that's about. And the Artist Hour from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. has now changed from its original time. And, well, I think the time is the same, but, of course, the afternoon originally was on a Friday. They have moved it now to a Tuesday afternoon, which was originally the Singing for Soul, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So, of course, the Artist Hour is between 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. And the Youth Group and Young Carers, which is following that at 3:30 p.m. till 6 p.m. And on Wednesdays is the Community Groups, which is, of course, 10 till 12 noon. Yeah, seems like a good community groups of that one. And that is then followed at, of course, 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. The Fellowship Men's Group, although women and females are welcome to the group if you want to come along with your partners, for example. So that's absolutely fine. And they're not going to push anyone away. Dave and Howie, massive shout out to you for a great group. And if they're watching this on the replay, then massive hello to you. I don't think they'll be watching at this sort of time of night at 9 o'clock. But massive hello from Nick C, as in my stage name. They all know what my real name is, but yeah, just one of those things, isn't it? And leave me some biscuits if you can. That's a message for Dave there. And maybe Hal as well. It gives me a coffee. They both give lovely coffees. And last week was, of course, International Coffee Day, which, of course, a lot of us had coffees on that day. So massive shout out to, of course, Ken and Derek as well, who watch my channel from time to time. So if you're watching on replay, massive hello to you. It's very, very interesting. It's a shame about Palace losing to Everton 2-1 at the weekend, but Palace can't win forever, can they? But they will pick up and bounce back. But Liverpool lost as well. It was a tough game for them against Chelsea, who lost 2-1. Anthony Taylor was the referee in that one, and that was yesterday. From this day here, Sunday, the 5th of October 2025. So, on that note, of course, yeah, that was a 5 o'clock game, by the way. And, of course, Chelsea scored in the last minute because there were 7-minute stoppages on that one. But anyway, let's carry on with this and let's not talk too much about the football sport because I don't think it's interesting to a lot of people out there. And Thursday is Wellbeing Hub in the Cafe St Clair and My Weight Matters, 10 a.m. till 12 noon, and followed by the Warm Welcome at 12 p.m. till 3 p.m. And it is a warm space with a free light lunch. And on Friday, which is what its usual usual date was on a Tuesday, or day was on a Tuesday. Employability Hub has now moved to a Friday, 10 a.m. as in 10:30 a.m. till 12 p.m. And then that is followed by, as we were talking about, the swap over for the Singing for Soul. Of course, get up and sing if you want anything just fun and enjoyable. 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. That's 1:30 p.m. till 3 p.m. So the Singing for Soul was originally on Tuesday, but it swapped over with the Artist Hour, which is now on Tuesday, 1 o'clock till 3 p.m. That's all taking place at the Jubilee Hub. Join us each week for a drop-in activities at the Jubilee Hub in Saffron Walden in Essex, and everyone welcome. And this is brand new to the Jubilee Hub. Affordable lunches on Monday and Wednesdays between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. They'll be serving affordable lunches open to all. And choose a selection of jacket potatoes with fillings, soup, and a roll, or light bites on toast for a reasonable price, probably about £4 per lunch. Okay, and of course it is a fee of that price, by the way. That's what we've been told. And of course, if you don't know where Jubilee Hub is, it's next to the Jubilee Gardens in Saffron Walden in Essex in East Anglia. And it's situated on 3 Hill Street or Saffron Walden CB10 1EH. And telephone number is 01799 516 501. Okay, for more details. Yeah, that's the leaflet at this moment of time. I might drop that on the community section for you all to read. Right, going to leave you, of course, with some organ playing now. And, of course, let's find you a video so that I can actually play it to you. It's Stuart Klaus's performances. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some old recordings, perhaps. Perhaps we won't use that one. Thought there was... Right, okay. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at... let's play this one. Crucifixion, of course. Lunchtime concert, which was on... Tuesday, the 15th of April, 2014. So that's how long ago it was. At St. Peter's Church, the redundant church, which is no longer a church these days and now transformed into an arts centre as well. And apparently the organ is still playable. So, yeah, we need to get down to the St. Peter's Church of Sudbury to, of course, bringing back some latest memories. Basically, do another shoot of Giuliani Buzz, which, of course, is soon to be called, by the way. It's going to be called, of course, Beauty Sound with JC. So, JC is going to be the stage name as of when we're able to put it up very, very soon, basically. So, we'll give you news of that on our next program if we're able to do that. And let's play this in the meantime. As I say, Tuesday, the 15th of April 2014, this dates back to. Oh, it's not seeming to play. That's a bit of a shame. I'm not sure why it won't play, but of course I'm going to try and copy and paste it into the download section here. So maybe I'll select it here. Oh dear. It doesn't seem to want to know us, does it? That's a bit of a sad shame. It doesn't want to know us. I'll try another section here. Right. Right. Of course, I'll try and demos on the just demos here for you. This might work. So that was, of course, brilliant there. I really enjoyed that. And of course, yeah, I'll remove it for now. That's one video that did actually play. So yeah, it's a pity that the other one didn't. So I can tell you when that was dated. It was actually a sort of demo with some beats on top here of the nice and relaxing show, soon to be called Beauty Sound with JC. And we'll tell you more details as and when it sort of gets announced a bit more near the time. So yeah, we'll give you more news of that. And that particular recording came from Sunday, the 6th of October, 2024. Wow. It's nearly, of course, October, which is going to be on a Monday from my date here. So yeah, that was a bit of a demo there, and it was quite a nice little demo to listen to. So that was an exclusive one. Remember where you heard it, and I'm going to repeat it once more again later on. And of course, there is an organ September one, maybe. Right, okay. This is, of course, a very exclusive picture, by the way. I just thought I'd do this before we go. I'd just like to show you, of course, Wayne Marshall, who we visited on Saturday the 12th, not Wednesday, but Saturday the 12th of July 2025. Wayne Marshall bows at the end of the recital. Have a look at this. Oh, here we go. St Mary's the Great of Saffron Walden, a great big church there, and it's tuned by Peter DeVille, currently here in 2025. So there we go. That's the picture of where the organ is at the moment. You have to go upstairs to actually go and witness the organ. So that was the famous from Caribbean, apparently. But of course, he was born in England, in Lancashire. But I think his parents came from Caribbean, that sort of area. And of course, yeah. And this is a great shot of the top of the organ of the sort of St Mary the Virgin of Saffron Walden in Essex. So there we go. There we have it. Of course, we hope that you have enjoyed this show. We're not quite finished yet, but I'm going to try and find another video for you all to watch. And maybe, of course, we've got some demos out and about. Some of which are not playable for some reason. I don't know why. They're not playable, so it's not feasible to play them. We did play some demos here of the Technics U50. We're going to give you a bit of the Sublium Gem 2 before the organ wasn't playable. The organ is not anymore playable. That is just the unfortunate thing. So let's have a look at this if we can. We may not be able to show you, but of course, let's have a look at this if we can. Is it going to play? Maybe not. No, it doesn't want to know. But Sorry about that. Of course, we had a bit of a break in our system. So, of course, for some reason, it didn't want to play that. So, of course, it doesn't want to know, does it? Perhaps we'll just upload these videos at some point. So, yeah, it's just a shame that they don't want to know, do they? These little things, strange things. But yeah, anyway, of course, we'll try and play you this video here. This may work. Camera angle number 2. to the stage here. So there you go. There we have it. And unfortunately, we couldn't play you every video that we would like to give you a sweetie of. But of course, in that sort of form, we've enjoyed playing you the videos as and when we're able to. The sort of software went a little bit down here, and we had to pick up here, and we've continued with the live. That is the main thing. And we haven't gone off air, and we haven't had to go on to another stream. But yeah, if there's anything community-wise that you'd like to discuss with us, feel free. It is your show here as well as mine. Throw forward some interesting stuff for the public here, for everyone to share with me on this show. And of course, to be part of that, of course, we do appreciate you being a part of us as well, a part of the community where we can all discuss together certain amount of small issues that I've raised with, of course, the recent meeting last week on Tuesday, the 30th of course, September 2025, with Nick Timothy, the MP of Hayfield and Kennington, and of course, the MP of Suffolk as well. And I raised quite a few talking points, and some of which he did listen, and I did praise him for, of course, listening to me and thanking me for actually coming to the actual epicenter, which of course do fantastic light lunches, and the menu changes each week, by the way. If you're interested in visiting just to the epicenter just for lunch, and if you just want to check it out, absolutely fine with that. So yeah, I just want to thank, of course, Nick Timothy and the Wendy, who's been in touch with me on email, thanking me for coming on that sort of period there. I really enjoyed the 20-minute interview that I had. Yeah, it was only lasting 20 minutes, the interview, and yeah, in a tight space of 20 minutes, it's not easy, is it, to get everything that you wanted to put in. So that's why I forwarded some of the messages on to Wendy, who of course escorted me to his office up on level 2. But anyway, of course, we'll leave that racing for your mind, and thank you so much for watching here for your Sunday evening. It has been Nick C here. We're going to leave you by saying a huge goodbye. There hasn't been any commercial break, as in musical commercial, because we can't do any other adverts at the moment unless they do want to advertise with us or sponsor us in any way, shape or form. Please do, of course, get in touch with us if you would like a little bit of a sponsor mention, if you've got a small little business, and we can cater you for at least, I would say, let me think, maybe £5 a month. If you're a DJ out there, if you want a little bit of a promotion each and every show, and yeah, just keep sharing the show wherever possible. Sometimes we pre-record the show, so it goes out at a different sort of time, so we can only apologize about that. So we're not always live, but of course when we are, it's amazing, and it is difficult to put a show like this together. So take this opportunity, or let me take this opportunity to thank you all for watching. And in fact, I'm going to read to you towards the end here, and I'm going to read to you with a picture in the background, and that should take you through to the end of the program tonight. So I won't end up with a seconds rolling by, which we did at the beginning of the show. So yeah, let's have a look at this. The atmosphere, that'll do. Right, something more light here. And if Nigel Craft is watching this channel here right now, he likes this kind of music here, because he sort of composes it himself, and he's also a singer as well. And he's famously done, of course, Walk With Me, Tim. So, of course, going to leave you with one more last word for today from the United Christian Broadcasters Facebook page. Next time, do take care of yourselves, and remember, importantly, we hope to keep the community that we fight for you very, very soon. And we'll be back before you can say the words. Let's read it. Right, okay, you have enough, which is part number 1. We'll do part number 2, hopefully on the next community news program on episode number 21. We're not sure how far we're going to go on to with the community news, how many episodes we'll do until we sort of have a break from it, but maybe we'll do about 30 of them, and of course we'll do the halt at that point and decide what we want to do, whether we want to keep the name or change it to a different direction. So yeah, maybe a community discussion or just a discussion group or something like that. So you have enough. Part number 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Spurgeon's contemporary, Dr. Joseph Parker, pastored the City Temple Church in London. One day he walked up to his pulpit and read this verse: "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." After a long pause, he closed the Bible and looked at the congregation and said, "Friends, is that enough?" And scripturally and practically speaking, he was right. Or he is right. When God is your shepherd, you lack nothing. Even in the grimmest circumstances, you need fear no evil, because he is always with you. And you get to enjoy 2 things every human being craves: sufficiency and security. Because with God, there is no lack of ability or resources to take care of us in any situation. It's the reason Paul said that although he had nothing, he possesses everything. From God's perspective, we need nothing but God himself. The Bible would tell us that he spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all. How shall he not with him also freely give us all these things? So, of course, I'll repeat that once more. How shall he not with him also freely give us all things? And since he has already given us his greatest treasure, he will withhold from us any lesser resource. But there are some things we need to remember regarding God's timing. There are some things that we need to know, of course, about God's timing. One, because of his superior wisdom, he calls the shots, and when the time is right, the answer will come. And number 2, there are commandments he gave us. Until we obey them, the answer won't come. And number 3, faith is crucial in receiving the answer. Jesus said himself, I tell you, you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you received it, it will be yours. Thanks for listening to the word for today from United Christian Broadcasters based in Stoke-on-Trent. For me, Nick C, it is truly indeed the end story. End of story. And of course, we'll carry on hopefully promoting the community for you. The next time, do take care of yourselves and most importantly, each other. See you for next time. Oh, didn't we put a picture on the screen? We forgot that, didn't we? There we go. Perhaps I will read you as a bonus very quickly part number 2 here. And the reason on part number 2, So that won't wait until the next episode. I'll just quickly read that because I didn't put something on the screen here. So I'll turn my
entering the next level. Entering the next level. Entering the next level. Entering the next level. Outer space. Outer space. Back from outer space. Outer space. Entering the next level. Entering the next level. Entering the next level. Entering the next level. Outer space. Outer space. Back from outer space. Back from outer space.